Hey everyone. Happy you all could join us today. We're going to give it a few minutes to let anybody who is running a little bit late to be able to join. Can everyone hear me okay? You guys can find the chat and let me know if you can hear me okay. Looks like we're good. Are you able to see my screen as well? Okay, perfect. We're using Microsoft Teams for this webinar and it's first time, so bear with us if anything goes wrong. But we really appreciate you coming to our coaching session. We hope to kind of teach some of those of you who are either new or just haven't learned some of the features of DialHawk. We want to be making sure that you know how to properly use it and that you can utilize our software to the best ability that you can. Yes, there will be a recording. We will email it out. I think Microsoft will automatically email it out to all the participants, but we will also email it out for everyone, including those who couldn't make it today. Okay, well, we will jump in. And today we are going to talk about the call request widget. And for those of you who don't know what that is, we actually utilize it on our own website. You guys may have seen this DialHawk support. And this is the widget that we're going to show you how to set up today. It's pretty easy. But we want to run through it and make sure that you guys understand. We will have time for questions at the end. I'm going to move at a decent pace just so that we can leave time for any of those questions. So let's jump into it. I'm going to show you a website that I've set up. It's a fairly simple lead generation site, nothing special about it. But I want to get our call request widget on there so that we can start having those quick callbacks and be able to track people coming to the site and wanting to call us and give the site another call to action for us to be able to generate those leads. And maybe I should actually come back a little bit more and explain some of the functionality on this call request widget. We have a title here and a description. We have our tracking phone number listed here, and then the user can type in their phone number and request a call back. And what that does is it'll connect you or whoever you have as a forwarding number to the person who filled out this form. And we'll go through that in a second here. But first, I want to create my own campaign, a new campaign to do this tracking. And so I'm going to come into DialHawk. I'm going to click on the campaigns, click the Create Campaign button, and now here we have a fresh campaign. Whenever you create a campaign in DialHawk, the first thing you need to do is come in and fill out some of these campaign details. and hit the save button. And then we can start configuring our forwarding numbers and call request widget. So I'm just going to name this St. Pete Solar Call Widget. I do want it enabled. I'm going to use my default Twilio account for this. My time zone is set correctly, and phone can ring 24/7. If I don't want to receive phone calls during a certain time of day, I can set that to a custom range. A new feature we added a few months ago was this block list. We have it here, but we also have a global block list, so you can block a number from all from all your campaigns. And then I want to use my default setting for deleting recordings automatically. And I am not going to bill for this. So I am just going to hit the save button. My campaign was set up successfully. Now we can start configuring our call request widget. Inside of DialHawk, what you'll find is for you to take advantage of any of the features, we first need to set up our phone number. And we have a couple of options to do that. You can buy a new number, or you can import an existing number from your Twilio account. Today, we're going to buy a new number, and I'm going to match it to the first part of the number so that the area code matches. I'm just going to do a search. And here, I know I'm in St. Pete, so this number looks good. That's the one I'm going to be using. We're going to hit add. I'm going to buy this number, and it automatically adds it to my campaign. So there's a few things we need to do with this phone number before it's going to be ready for the call request widget. One thing I always like to do is give it a friendly name. So I know for tracking purposes, I know wherever I see that friendly name, I know exactly what this phone number is being used for. So I'm going to quick give it a friendly name. Caller ID, we want to set this to, you have two options, person dialing or the tracking phone number. So when we forward the phone call on, this is specifying what does that person see as the caller ID? Do they see our tracking phone number, this phone number that we just purchased, or do they see the person who initiated the phone call? And I like to set mine to the tracking number so that if somebody requests a callback, I know that, okay, this phone number, somebody on the website has requested a callback. Email notifications, we're going to just keep these disabled for now, but this is where you can get send or receive an email notification to yourself or to a client of yours. So I could just put in joel.addink@dialhawk.com and only completed calls. SMS notifications, these get a little trickier with the regulations that we have today. The application to person regulations require you to register the phone number to be able to send text messages out. So if you have that registered on your call forwarding number, these notifications should work, but sometimes that can be a pain. So I'm going to leave that disabled for now. For now, I'm going to forward this number just to a single phone number, but the other options we have are multiple numbers all at once that will forward to as many phone numbers as you have in this list, all at the same time, and the first person to pick up is the one that's connected to the phone call. multiple numbers in sequential order. We have our list of phone numbers, and it'll go down the list one at a time until somebody picks up. For call features, I'm going to enable recording. Connection prompt, I'm going to leave disabled. I'm definitely going to put the whisper feature on. And I don't need voicemail or welcome. So now I'm going to save those phone number settings. Those are important for, I'll get into a little bit later why those might be important. Now I'm going to set up our call request widget. Our widget title is what you see here. Right now we have DialHawk support on our website as our widget title. I am just going to leave the default here and put contact us. Widget content. This is the little description that we can give under the title when the widget is expanded. And I'm going to just put a little message in there. We have some location settings. Do we want it to be on the right corner, left corner? And then do we want to show the widget on mobile devices? Do we want to show the phone number here? And do we want to show the callback form? So there's some customization that's kind of nice, and you can set it up to however you think you want your site to function. Now we select the phone number from that we just set up. And that's the phone number that will display here. That's also the phone number that it will connect the callback to. And message to play will just be if somebody types in their phone number to this callback form and you forward that call on, trying to connect the forwarding number and the person that initiated this callback request, this will play to the forwarding number. So I like to put a message in, this call was initiated by the call request widget on stpetsolar.com. And if you notice here, I like to spell things out. Sometimes AI and text to voice, they don't always get things right. So the easier you can make it on the text to speech, the more accurate it will be. And now I'm just going to hit save. So now we have our settings saved. This is all ready to go. But how do I get it on my website? For many of you, you're not coders. You don't know how to modify your website, or maybe you have a WordPress website and you don't know exactly how to put a script on your website. So this is the script we need to get on our website. And I would like to suggest that Google Tag Manager is the easiest way to do this. And I'm not going to dive too deeply into how to get set up on Google Tag Manager. I will, in the chat here, send a YouTube video link for how to do that. But essentially, it is, there's some WordPress plugins that you can utilize to install Tag Manager, or you can copy and paste these code snippets and get them on your website. But in essence, what Google Tag Manager allows us to do is a few things. It allows us to, as you learn how to use Tag Manager, track events on your website, track form fills, track a lot of user behaviors. So outside of what we're doing today, it's got a lot of benefits. today it's going to help us put that little script on our website. And how we do that is we have to create a new tag. I've already got Google Tag Manager installed on my site. So now I'm going to add a new tag. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call it DialHawk Call Widget. And I'm going to configure it. It's really important to select custom HTML as your tag type. And right here, it gives us a box for the HTML that we want to include, which is our little script. So I'm going to copy that, come back to Tag Manager, and I'm going to paste the script in. Tag Manager also needs to know, okay, when do we want to include the script? I include it on all pages. And there's some other settings you can go through. It's for me, I want that call request widget to show on all pages. So our settings are correct. We're showing it on all pages. I'm going to hit save. And there's one last step here before we'll see it on our site. We have to submit it. And you can give it a name and description so that you can remember what publish added the call request widget. But it should be live now. So when I refresh this, now we have our contact us. The nice part about this is that now that the script's on our site, we can come in here, we can modify some settings. I'm going to go left corner and I'm going to select our dark theme and hit save. Now when I come to our site, we have our dark theme and it's on the left, and now we can see those changes in real time. I don't have to mess with Google Tag Manager anymore. The settings just automatically update. And we will, maybe you don't want your number to be visible. So we can change our settings to say, okay, we don't want to show the phone number. We just want to allow users to request a callback. And now you can see it's hidden the phone number, and vice versa. We can only display the phone number and hide this request callback form. Okay, and I think, it's always good to test. So I want to make sure I type the phone number in correctly for forwarding. And I'm going to type the callback. I'm going to re-enable this. And I see a few names on the call here. I know a few of you have actually used this form on our website. When you get that callback from us, this is exactly how it's working. I need to grab a phone number. Actually, I'm going to have, so Marv, my father, is on the webinar as well. I'm going to ask him to go to this website and request a callback. And we should see his call show up on my cell phone. Let's see if he's still here. I'm putting him on the spot, so just bear with me. While we're waiting. Okay, Cliff. Oh, as you guys can see, my it's calling, and so we know it works. Okay. Now I think, it's a relatively simple feature, but I would like to open it up for questions. Um, and if there's time, we can open up any questions for any of the DialHawk software that you guys have. Cliff, it looks like you were having trouble seeing the screen. Did anybody else have trouble seeing my screen? Okay, sounds like the screen was available. Patty has a question about how to get Google Tag Manager on a WordPress site. So the video I sent, I'll send it in this link too, or in your question. That video will walk you through it. It has 3 different options of modifying the code directly on your WordPress site, using a WordPress plugin. And then, the third option is if you have a developer or somebody that's building your site for you, give them the instructions on how to include it in your site. But there are some really nice plugins for this. Let's see. I'm just going to go through I can't remember the name of the plugin the guy in the video uses, but he definitely has a good one to use. Jim, can you clarify, does this work with GHL? Sorry for my ignorance, but can you clarify GHL? Oh, Go High Level. It does not right now integrate with Go High Level. I should have known what GHL stands for. And does DialHawk offer this site template? The site that I was showing you, St. Pete Solar, is just a custom site that I built. It's not on a WordPress platform. It's not a template at all. It's just something that I quickly threw together primarily for this training. What other questions do you guys have? Brenda is asking, are we limited to WordPress sites? No. The answer to that is our code snippet will work on any site that you can include the snippet on. I know a lot of our users utilize WordPress for their sites, but we support any website, whether it's custom WordPress or other. As long as you can get the script on your site, it'll work. Rex, for your website, you would need to set this up in your DialHawk account. We don't have access to your DialHawk account, but once you have the phone number you want on your website, we can help you do that. Yes, Rex, we will be emailing out the recording. So we have a question, can we customize the call widget's language or greetings for different regions? Um, that's a great question. I have not tried to type in different languages into this box. And I apologize. Maybe Leo, she's our support teams on this call. If they have a good answer for that, I'll let them answer that. Rex, when I have multiple numbers, how does the software rotate to different numbers? Okay, that's a good question, Rex. So on our campaign, we can have multiple phone numbers, forwarding phone numbers, and within each phone number, we can specify multiple phone numbers to forward our calls to. There's a couple of different ways people can utilize this. They can call this number directly. And if they call that directly, we're just going to default to whatever settings are in the numbers, setting up your campaign number. So in this instance, if somebody calls our number directly, we're gonna do single number directly forwarding to this phone number. However, if they request a call back, we ignore the rules for this phone number, and we connect directly to the number that you have set up here. And you'll get a message that we set up here saying this call was initiated by the call request widget on stpetesolar.com, and it'll ask you to press 1 to be connected to the caller. And if you press 1, you're just going to be connected directly to them. Can the call request widget colors be modified? Currently today they cannot, but that is something we're definitely working on. And we do not have an auto reply if it's a missed call. You can set up a voicemail feature for this number if it's missed, and receive the voicemail in that scenario. Rex, in your scenario where you have one customer that's getting paid, that is paying, and one that's not, I would generally set up multiple campaigns in that scenario, and so that I could kind of keep track of who's getting what calls. However, if you're forwarding to them, give me a second. I'm just trying to think through your scenario. Okay, so Rex, if somebody requests a call back, it will go through, in your scenario, it would, I assume you have multiple numbers all at once or multiple numbers in sequential order. Either way, it would be the first person to pick up. And then in our reports, we should see the forwarded to set, and you can set up an invoice for the forwarding to. Did that answer your question, Rex? So, Rex, let's see here. So if we create an invoice, so yes, you can select in your invoice the answering number. That would be the number that answered the phone call. Many of you have talked to Leo or emailed back and forth with Leo. Leo, we have a few different support people, and Leo and Ori do a great job helping you guys out. Leo's been with the company a long time. She knows all the answers to most of DialHawk's functionality. Just to give you guys some background, for those of you who don't know, my father and I, we acquired DialHawk from Paul James a few months ago. Paul's still heavily involved with the company, but we're still getting our feet under us and don't have the answer to every single question. But we will find the answer for you if we don't. Okay, does anybody have any other questions? I'm not seeing any come through, but if you guys do have questions, my email address is here. You can always email our support address, or give us a call, and we will definitely get back to you right away. One last question for everyone here is, I'm trying to gauge the usefulness of these sessions. Yes, we will be sending the recording or replay out. But was this useful for you guys? Is there any a different format that may work better for you guys, or should we continue this? Like, we have 3 more webinars planned in this series to go over more functionality of DialHawk. Our goal is to help you guys understand the features, be able to utilize them, and just make DialHawk the best that it can be for you guys. Okay, Paul, that's a good idea to add the replays to DialHawk training. Sounds like we're on the right track. I do appreciate everyone's time. As always, feel free to reach out to me directly, and our support team. We're trying to bolster our support. We've added new chat support to our website. That's been very useful. We have some help articles within that chat box on the website. Feel free to browse through those chat articles. They're very helpful. And yeah, if there's no other questions, then we will we'll call it a day, and hopefully see you in 2 weeks in our next seminar. Appreciate your time, everyone.